right, I should have asked. I don't know if I'm going to put this clip in the front or in the back of this video. You know what? We'll just put it in the front. So your friendly neighborhood surveyor. So the video that you're going to see is about what's the forecast for our housing market, and since we're out in the field, how can we see maybe something coming before everybody else? And so I was thinking is, how far are you guys all willing to drive to go to work? So out here in California, I would say if you didn't get in the market, or if you didn't buy a house, I'd say about 20 years ago, or if you're just coming out here now, or young couple, my example is I live up in the high desert up in California, and I drive into Corona every day. So I got a company vehicle, but my miles back and forth, it's about 52 miles each way, but it could take me 50 minutes to drive to work and an hour and a half to get home from work, just because I'm on the 15 freeway, which is the main route when people want to get out of town, like going to Vegas. But we have plenty of housing tracts where they are 30, 40, 50, 60 miles away from where everyone works, like in Orange County or Riverside or even LA. And out in California, it is not uncommon to live at least 40 miles away from where your office is. And I know it's not like that in all the other states, but I would assume it's like that in other populated states. Like, you get a bunch of Californians moving out to Texas. I don't think everyone lives in Austin or in Dallas. You probably live in a suburb outside. And so I was just curious, how far are you willing to drive to go to work in order to afford the area that you live in? So that's it. Enjoy the other clip, and look at those big old frickin' clouds, man. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms today. So this is the top of the Cajon Pass. We're about 4,000 feet above sea level here, and just entering the high desert. So there you go. Check that out. All right, friendly neighborhood surveyor. Figured showing you my drive home from work. It's probably better than a picture of me. Let me know what you guys think about the whole housing market. I turned 62 in 4 years, and that's when I plan on taking my money and running. But I also want to make sure I got work over the next 4 years. The projects we have right now, the job I show a lot out in Beaumont, that's 5 separate tracks, and each track, I think the whole job totals about 550 homes. And the grading on that job should be done here, I think, by the end of next month, so September. And then also those houses are going to be the last ones built for that community. It's a Fairway Canyon, and it's a golf course community. And if anyone knows where Beaumont is, it's in between like Riverside and Palm Springs. So there's no industry out there, so no one that really lives out there works out there. They're probably either driving into Orange County or Riverside, 40, 50, 60 miles away. So like here, I'm driving up the Cajon Pass. It's the 15 freeway, so everyone that goes to Vegas takes the 15. And so my drive is an hour or 50 minutes to the office, and if I was to leave any later than this, right now it's 2:26, it could take an hour and a half to get home. But the houses are cheaper up here. And then also, this is the San Andreas fault line We're coming up to it. So when the big one hits, I'm going to be separated anyhow. But, so the place in Beaumont, we had heard that the houses are going to start at about $800,000. Where the homes that have already been built, they're in the $650s to $700,000. I don't know what the square footage of these homes are going to be. Up this way where I'm heading, there's a new community called Silverwood, and that is supposed to, or their plan is 16,000 homes. They hope to sell or build 1,000 a year. So we're looking at a 16 to 20 year project, and the houses there start at about $450,000 for a 1,800 square foot house, going up to close to $800,000 for 3,600 square feet, 3,800 square feet. There's a bunch of different options, 5 different builders right now, but I'm also watching a bunch of finance shows, and there's a bunch of YouTube channels talking about how house prices are going to go down and how house prices are going to tumble. I know we haven't had an interest rate change here in a while, and they're talking about Jerome Powell lowering interest rates, and some people are saying there can still be 4 interest rate cuts by the end of the year. They're running out of months, but I know several people that want to sell their house, but they have locked in a good mortgage rate, so it makes no sense for them to get rid of their mortgage or their rate and jump into something that could be twice as much. So there is no house shortage out here in California. What there is there's just too many people waiting to either upgrade or to sell based on the current interest rates. And I'm getting very curious on how to bet the market, because one of the jobs we have, or the job I'm just coming from, is in Fontana. The home builder is D.R. Horton, and they got a bunch of little projects. Right, rearing this guy here. They got a bunch of projects that they're working on within our area, and I was told today that they were hoping to get contracts or get people into contracts. I thought he said per day. It could be per week, but the number was 34 to 36 contracts per week. That was their goal. Just like I said, how the community of Silverwood, that they hope to sell 1,000 homes a year. D.R. Horton is hoping to get 36 contracts, or people into 36 contracts per week, I believe is per week. But he told me they're only doing about 14, which is really no good. The only positive thing is that these projects are on the smaller side. They're like townhome, smaller houses, but the prices that they're asking for them are, I think, starting around $650,000, and you're looking at something smaller than 2,000 square feet, or maybe topping out at 2,400 square feet. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out on the projects that we're on, and then also the Silverwood project, because again, I'm nearing my end days, and I want to know how to bet the market. I want to know if I should be shorting housing tracts. Should I be, or should I be on the other side if they start dropping interest rates? I know bad news normally happens faster than good news, but I don't know, kind of want to hear from you guys as well. I know I don't have that many followers, but how are your housing sales out there? I know if you live out in Texas or Florida, you got people coming from blue states heading out your way, but just as a whole, if you guys have some housing tracts, are they meeting their quota on selling? And I know California doesn't represent all the other places, but maybe we're a good indication of what's to happen next. So let me know, and I'll let you guys know as well. That's it. So greetings from the Cajon Pass and the San Andreas Fault Line, and no Vegas traffic today. So off to the Sequoias this weekend, Memorial weekend, or Labor Day weekend. That's it. All right, survey out.